Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a kind of review and look demo, I guess, on the Blushed Nudes palette by Maybelline. And I'm really excited about this palette because it is kind of, at least how I kind of look at it, as a dupe for the Naked 3 palette. It has 12 shadows, I believe, and they're all kind of in the rose tone family. First, I'm going to jump into the tutorial. I did a talk through video of just me using the product. For those who are looking just for another tutorial, I guess this could be a video for you. And then okay, so I'm going to do this kind of a talk through style just because it is my first time using the product. So first I'm going to prime my eyes, obviously. I've never done a talk through video, I feel weird. I'm priming with the Lorac primer, by the way. Looking at the palette, it comes with these two doe foot applicators, but I don't think I'm going to use those, obviously, but if you need to, they're there. So the thing that looks most like a transition shade would be this shade right here. It's kind of like a taupey purple, it looks like. Okay, so I'm going to apply this kind of as if I would a transition shade. So this is where I'd usually put like a matte mid-toned brown. So I'm coming off kind of pink. So that's kind of weird. But this is supposed to be like a blushed palette. So okay, next I'm going to move on to a lid shade, and for this look I think I'm going to go with this shade right here. It's kind of a coppery color. I seem to pick up the pigment pretty well. So, and it goes on pretty nicely actually. I'm pretty pleased with that shade in general. It's a pretty color. Do the other eye. People usually like talk about their lives. I just don't have anything interesting. Okay, I think it looks good so far. The colors are a lot more pigmented than I would have thought, especially the one that I just put on. Next, I'm going to go in with kind of a darker shade. Three are kind of similar. I'm going to go with the lightest one. So it's this one right there. So I'm just going to touch this on the outer half of my eyelid and kind of work it a little bit into the crease, but trying to stay mostly on the lid. Looks like very frosty in my opinion. I don't know, it doesn't look like clean, like it like looks like I don't know where I'm putting the eyeshadow. It's really not coming up that well on camera either. Let me try to turn down the brightness. Okay, so I adjusted the brightness and now you can probably see a lot better. I'm so stupid. Okay, then I'm going to go with the darkest brown in my outer corner. So, not the darkest, the second to the darkest, so this shade right here. In just my outer corner, so this is like not showing up on camera how it looks in person. I'm kind of annoyed. Okay, this shade went on pretty good. I mean, I wouldn't say it's like high-end quality, but for a matte dark shade, I think it goes on pretty nicely. Again, just apply that to the very outer part of my lid, and then I'm going to take just a fluffy brush and blend because it doesn't look very blended to me. I think I'm going to touch up the lid color a little bit and then move on to the lower lash line. I'm going to take this, the pinky purple shade that I used first, and just drag that underneath my lash line to kind of help everything blend together. Ow. And then I'm going to take this shadow. It's like the darkest one, a dark color with some red shimmers. I know the Naked 3 palette does have a shade like that, so we'll give that a little try. I'm just going to apply this right on the outer corner. Not the most pigmented, but it does show up. I don't know if you can see the red shimmers at all. I just think it looks kind of like a dark color. And then I'm just going to blend that out a little bit. Okay, so now I'm going to take this champagne shade. It's kind of champagne. Right here, it's the third one in, and I'm going to apply that kind of just to the inner parts of my eye. I'm also going to highlight with the lightest shade in the palette, so it's kind of like a white color. So I'm just going to pop this right underneath my brow bone. And that seems pretty pigmented. Again, it's shimmery, which I would probably chose a matte highlighter if I was going to do this look again, but since I am just using this palette. And then I'm going to take the transition shade that I used, the kind of pinky shade again, and just run that all throughout the look. Okay, so I think I am pretty okay with that. Let me put on some mascara and then I will come back. Okay, so obviously it looks a lot different with mascara on. I'll zoom you out a little bit. So here is the look that I kind of came up with. I like literally think this all the time. I do not have like good eyes for eyeshadow. There are people who have like really contoured eyes and it looks really good with eyeshadow. My eyelids are just completely flat, so it's obviously gonna look a little bit better probably on you, but overall I like it. You can't tell on camera, but it's really really shimmery, which is my only kind of complaint about it. Yeah, that's the look. Okay guys, so this is the look that I came up with. I think it's really pretty. My only complaint is that the eyeshadows are all really shimmery. I think there are 2 matte shadows. I don't even know if they're completely matte. So I wouldn't say that this is to be used probably on its own, just because I don't like a super shimmery look. But overall from using it, I think there are some really good rosy tones in here. I know this is kind of a dupe, I guess, is what I would look at it as, for the Naked 3 palette. And I don't have the Naked 3 palette, so I can't tell you if it's a dupe or not, and compare the colors. But if you are kind of looking to get into the rosy eyeshadows, I guess it's kind of like a trend, this would be a good palette to pick up. I think it has some really good colors, but I don't think it's kind of the throw in your bag and use it all by itself kind of palette. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.